What's going on, everybody? Welcome to The Shoehorn, a sneaker show unlike any other. I'm your host, TJ Void, and this week, just like every week, we're going to talk about the latest and greatest in the week that was in sneakers. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the season finale of The Shoehorn. In the middle of last week, we caught wind that the Air Jordan 1 XQ was going to randomly re-release. We got news of it probably around Tuesday or Wednesday, and the release date was actually on Friday, July 26th. The pair originally released back in 2007, and there were only rumored to be about 240 pair available, which made them truly exclusive. Not many people I know have them. I haven't seen them a lot, but with them coming back out, it kind of touches on the point we made in a previous episode of The Shoehorn about exclusivity kind of diminishing. This was only a China release, so they're not coming over to North America, but I'm pretty sure that they will be readily available some way, somehow, if you really wanted to get them. So tell me two things I want to know. One, how do you feel about the Air Jordan XQ and them coming back? And also, does this mean that Air Jordans will truly not be exclusive anymore? Speaking of exclusivity, the Nike LeBron 10 Championship Pack finally got a US release date. It'll be dropping on August the 10th. Locations haven't been revealed yet, but it seems like it'll be more available than the LeBron 9 Championship Pack. Last year's pack had a retail price of $450, and it was very limited. This year's pack may be at least that, but my question is, how much is exclusivity worth to you? Is it worth $450? Is it worth more than that to have a shoe that very little people will have? Also, if it is more readily available, with the current struggles of being able to get shoes online, would you even want them to release online? Or would you rather go and pick them up locally? Do you have a certain stigma about trying to get things online? You failed too many times, but you're able to walk in a store and pick up a shoe such as the LeBron pack that's a little bit, more exclusive, a little bit less available than the average release. Is that worth more money to you? Let me know. Of course, I'm always asking you guys questions, but now I have my own set of questions about the question, the Reebok question. Last week, we saw the BAIT Reebok Question collaboration that put black patent leather and snakeskin on the Question mid. And my question about the question is, are there too many questions? Because we've seen that shoe collab so many different ways. We've seen so many different colorways. We've seen paid homage to Georgetown. We've seen a 76ers. We've seen a Practice. We've seen so many colorways, but very few actually sell out. The Packer shoe Reebok Question have been very, very popular. The burn rubber one was very, very popular, but those were not as available as some of the other ones. In fact, I even seen the pearlized navy sit on shelves for a little while. My question to you, are you tired of the questions? What is making you question the question so much? Are there too many collaborations? I personally would like to see some of the old low tops come back. The oatmeal toes, the Carolina blue toes, the yellow ones, maybe even the orange ones. Would I wear them necessarily? Maybe not. But they would be good to see as opposed to just throwing any type of material on there to see if we can make a brand new one. In fact, on the 23rd of August, there's another question coming out, the #1 draft pick. That's just all blue suede, which is a good looking shoe. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the shoe itself. But I'm starting to question the question. The question is becoming highly questionable. So let me know, what is it about the Reebok question? Are you tired of it? Do you have exhaust? Why are they not flying off the shelves? From exclusive sneakers to shoes you couldn't get your hand on to random releases, all of that comes under one roof at sneaker conventions. This past weekend, the H-Town Sneaker Summit took place at Reliant, and weeks before that, there was a SneakerCon out in New York. It seems like the demographic of these conventions have started to change a little bit. It's gone from more people with cash in hand, ready to come up on some heat that they're missing out of their rotation, to a lot more people with just boxes in their hands trying to sell sneakers that just came out months before, weeks before, days before the said conventions are taking place. To me, sneaker conventions are just like trade shows in any other arena. You go there to buy heat. The only reason why you can buy heat, though, are because people are selling heat. But you also go there to indulge in the culture as a whole. You can go to different tables and see people's collections and ask them why they collect certain shoes. Maybe they have an extensive collection of one brand or one particular model, or they have a large collection of different shoes. And you can learn about some shoes because even in this internet era, things can slip by you. Or maybe there were older shoes that you didn't really know about that now you have a new favorite. Now, I'm not saying there's any wrong reason to go to a convention. What I'm saying is I think it's worth it as a sneakerhead to really indulge in the culture. But I want to know, what is your purpose for going to sneaker conventions? Why do you attend these? Do you go in hopes of picking up a shoe that you missed back in the day? Or do you go to sell a shoe that you just bought last week? Do you go to dump off some shoes in your collections? Does it upset you that you don't see a shoe that you may not have in your collection, but you see a large amount of shoes that are recent releases? Let me know. I really want to hear your comments on this, on the conventions, and why do you go? What is your purpose for going to the sneaker conventions? So we've reached the comment corner, a section where I get to comment on your comments. This week, we're actually going to take a little different take on it. A lot of you guys wanted to talk about the resale game, and I actually had an in-depth conversation with a man about the term dead stock. So I wanted to bring that conversation to you guys. Technically speaking, dead stock means that the shoe has never been touched. It derives from a term in the retail business where something is taken off of the shelf and put back in the stock room, not to be brought back on the shelf. Dead stock. But it does not necessarily mean that the shoe is in mint condition. If a shoe is 10 years old and it had an ice sole when it first came out, it's gonna yellow. That's just a part of it. But recently, the term dead stock, or DS, has been used as a deceptive marketing tool by resellers just to try to get their shoe off their hand, or maybe even hike up the prices. So they're saying things are dead stock when they try them on maybe. And technically, if you stick your foot in that shoe, it is no longer dead stock, period. And I know a lot of you don't want to hear that, so you want to use the term VNDS or VVVVVVV. Listen, let me decide. I don't want to hear no rankings. I don't want to hear 8.5 out of 10. I get to decide that. Tell me what's wrong with the shoe. Tell me if it has a scuff mark on it. Tell me if you wore it to the club and somebody stepped on it on accident. Tell me if you hooped in them and had a bad game so you don't want them anymore. Tell me if you wore them on a date and she didn't have a reaction to it so you don't like it. Let me know. As I said in the last episode, give me the shoe facts. That's it. I don't want you to tell me that it's very near DS, because if I want the shoe, I'm going to buy the shoe anyway. So you tell me what's wrong with it. I decide, I can fix that. I'll buy the shoe. I'm okay with that. But I don't want to hear this VNDS stuff. I don't want to hear this 7 out of 10 stuff. All I want to know is what's wrong with the shoe and how much you charge me for it. That's it. That's all. I'm more inclined to buy the shoe when I know the truth. But there's one thing that's the truth. Dead stock is dead stock. And there are no questions about that. Well, that's it, guys. We've reached the end of the first season of the Shoe Horn. Thank you for making the Shoe Horn what it is. I could not do it without you. We could not do it without you. And I know sometimes some things are said that may ruffle some feathers and make you upset. It's all in good fun. I'm only here to report the facts and my opinion. But again, keep your eyes peeled for season 2, bigger and better. For the last time this season, I'm your host, TJ Void, and I am not here to offend anybody. But if the shoe fits, Instagram it. We out.